in the present. So we're talking end of October into early November. That's the same card Taurus just got. Only they got it here. And I shuffled. Man, it's the 6 of Coins in reverse. Here's what it looks like in the upright. So this is about someone being selfish, but what's interesting is the rune next to it is the rune of joy. So let me just sit with this one for a minute. Let me see what's coming through here. Virgo. Pretty opposite meanings here on the face of it. Okay. For some of you, there's been some kind of penny pinching where you've been saving, really watching your money, and so maybe you've been, I don't know, just saving for Black Friday, saving for for a big purchase, or maybe you've been saving up to kind of fix the house up before the holidays or get things ready for Thanksgiving if you're in the States and celebrate that, or Christmas, and you're finally able to start spending this money in November. Another way this could work is someone who had been being very selfish with their money, or really and it could be a boss. It could be like, maybe your company was being really kind of stingy with salaries and bonuses. Maybe you didn't know if you were going to get a holiday bonus, and you're finding out that you are. Because, there's something that you're very joyous about, you're happy about, that has been a bit of a struggle, or you've been wondering about. And it seems to have to do with generosity or a lack thereof, more specifically. Someone just being really tight with the money. And you may have been doing that to yourself, Virgo, again, just to kind of save for something because you had a financial goal you were trying to reach, something of that nature. But it does seem that is, that period's coming to an end, or you're getting word that it soon will be. Also, raises, bonuses, things like that. You could be getting good news about that. Maybe they told you earlier, we don't know if we're going to be able to give you a raise this year or give you a bonus this year. And now you're finding out that, yes, you will be. It may not be, you may not be expecting as much as previous years, but I think you may get more, Virgo. We'll talk about why in a minute. You may not be expecting as much or a ton, but it may exceed your expectations even. The challenge got 5 of Coins in reverse. So here's what it is in the upright. So 5 of Coins in reverse. It's like you've been trying. Your challenge in November is to kind of get out of this period of lack. Make the purchase you've been saving for, so that maybe you've been paying off some debt. Maybe that's what, if you've been paying off a car, paying off student loans, trying to pay off a mortgage. Maybe that's why you've been penny pinching here, Virgo, but maybe you've been doing it to the point, and maybe you had to. Sometimes, if we get behind on things or let things get out of hand, sometimes that happens to where we've got to really buckle our belt and kind of give up a lot of things that we want. Hopefully you're not having to give up things that you need. But it does look like in November what you're trying to do here is bring this period of penny pinching or period of lack or always never feeling like you have enough money. You're trying to bring that to an end. And I do think you're going to be successful. With Wunyo here, you also have Canis here. It seems like some of you have felt vulnerable financially. Like, we've all been there. maybe you weren't able to have an emergency fund, like if something were to happen to the car, or if again, here in the States, if you get sick and you don't have insurance, which many people don't, you can be in medical debt for the rest of your life just because you got sick. It's ridiculous. Maybe that's something that you were trying to pay off or deal with, and you were like trying to stay healthy at the same time. The trouble is, when you're stressed out about finances, it takes a toll on your body, right? It can very much make you ill. I do see that you're going to come out of this, though. So I think at the start of November, you're starting to see that you're going to come out of this period of financial hurt or strain here shortly, because you're getting a raise, you're getting a bonus. There's something coming through here that's going to help you out. And it could be a family member that's going to give you a loan. Maybe they didn't know if they were going to be able to, or maybe at first they said no, but maybe they're going to rethink things and be able to help you out here, Virgo. So yeah, you could be getting a loan coming through. I think some of you are buying a car. I think some of you've been saving for a car, or saving to be able to travel home for the holidays. Maybe that's what some of you have been like, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it, but now you are here in November, you're seeing, okay, I think I've been able to save enough that we can go, or I can go home. Maybe that, and some of you may be like, hey, I'll come to Thanksgiving, Mom and Dad, but you're going to have to pay for my plane ticket if you want me to come, because I can't, or pay for the rental car because I'm just, strapped. So, because the help that's coming in is the 10 of coins. So that's an excellent money card. That is an excellent bonus, a windfall. But yeah, it can also be an inheritance. Also has a lot to do with generations and family. So like coming together. So yeah, if you do, if you haven't told your family maybe why you weren't planning to come for the holiday, if you celebrate Thanksgiving and they've invited you and you haven't told them why, tell them, and they're probably going to give, toss a little money your way so that you can travel. They want you there. But yeah, family and money from family could be quite a help to you. And you know what? Maybe if you haven't, like you've almost saved enough, but you're not quite there as far as like paying off your car or purchasing a car, a family member might help you with the rest as well. Because yeah, you've got this new beginning here, new vehicle, a new start in some way when it comes to transportation, and also travel. So yeah, if you really want to go and travel, or specifically to see family, even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you don't live in the United States, whatever, it could be there's still something going on in November that you want to be there for. And if you don't have the money, it does seem like your family will help you out, because that's what is coming up as a help to you. Now, some of you could be getting news that you're going to be moving because you're taking a new job that's going to offer you a lot more financial stability than where you've been at. It does seem for many of you, if it's not going to require a move, it will be a longer commute. But you're okay with it because of the money. You're like, yeah, I'll drive wherever you need me to drive for that. Or I'll take the train however long you need me to take it for that. And if you are taking a new job, it does seem to be with a company that's like a family name, a family company, family owned, or, even if the family doesn't still run it, it still has the name. And it's been, in the family for generations. So yeah, it does look like there's a lot of help coming in, particularly financially, and particularly from family or a family name, a company with a family name run by a specific family. They could be hiring you, and some of you could be doing public relations for this company, or you travel around and deal with clients for them all over. So it could be like you don't have to move for the job, but the job's going to involve a lot of travel, the specific position that you're getting. What must be accepted for the month? We've got the Page of Swords in reverse. And here's what this looks like in the upright. So this could be, I don't know, some kind of gossip going on within the family. Gossip or gossip and lies, and and it may not involve you at all, Virgo. It could be going on about other family members, but you're hearing about it, or it's the talk of Thanksgiving dinner, perhaps, or you're hearing about it from your mom or your sister or something of that nature. But now this could also be an air sign child if it's a person. Pages aren't always people, but if they are, they're either very immature adults or children. So an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra energy. If this would be the kid that lies all the time, if this is a kid. They lie, especially when they're in trouble. They blame other people, and then it causes all this confusion. Mercury is retrograde in November, so it doesn't look like it was going to hurt your travel too much here, Virgo, because you got some, Rightos upright. So, it looks like you're going to skate out of the travel mishaps. It could be coming through the communication area, though. But yeah, somebody's not being honest, and it could be a child or, an immature adult, somebody who's this could also be somebody who has a bit of a spy-like energy, like they eavesdrop on other people. I'm just feeling like this really, they eavesdrop on other people, and then they tattle on the other kids, especially the older kids. Or they hear something you say about your aunt or something, and then they tell her what you said at Thanksgiving dinner, and you're like, oh shit, it's that kind of thing. Because it causes, it's just lies and trickery from this person, from this energy. You are taking control of the situation, though, no matter who it is, and you're going to be rectifying it. I feel like it involves, this may be something that happened at school, or, something that is involving other parents, or this air sign child. This could be somebody else's kid, and they're lying about your kid. You know how stuff like that goes. So it is kind of like, who the liar is. And if it is your kid, you know that too, because it's like, my kid lies all the time. Nobody ever wants to believe that, but sometimes, they just... air signs are manipulative with their communication. That is how they manipulate. Some people emotionally manipulate. Some people, use money to manipulate, or power, but air signs use their communication. So they're very good at making up stories. But yeah, other stuff, it could just be like somebody is like spying or eavesdropping and reporting back to someone. This could be at work, because that kind of work can often come up as like a high school like environment, right? So the thing is, though, you're going to ultimately win out over what this is, because you've got this tier, the victory rune, overcoming all obstacles. You're not going to let this crap get in your way. I just see you getting frustrated with it, and just like cutting right through it. It's like, no, that's not what happened. You're going to clear it up, whatever this is. But yeah, it's not, definitely don't trust what anybody's saying, even if it's your own child. If you're suspicious, you got the High Priestess as your outcome. So, that means your intuition is on fire. So trust your gut feeling rather than what anyone's telling you in November here, Virgo, because it does seem like, they're going to be very different, and like what you're feeling and what someone may be saying and what you're feeling is the truth. It does seem like there's some kind of disruptive energy, though. Some disruptive, manipulative energy that's trying to knock you off your game when it comes to your intuition, or is maybe jealous of what you're achieving here in November, because again, you had some really good financial money cards and achieving a goal. So it seems like you're really kind of rising up here, and especially if you're getting this new job, that's awesome, right? There could be some people that are jealous, and I don't know, trying to kind of ruin your fun, which sucks, but you know, you're gonna know who it is, though, and it may surprise you at first who it is, but it's going to be clear at some point. So yeah, there could be somebody who's like using gossip or spreading gossip about you, or, you know, making stuff up or lying to you about something else just to try to wreck your, you know, they just seem to, this energy does tend to like have fun. They like making up stories. They like causing problems and then watching the ripple effects. So this is that energy. So for some of you, I think it's going to be surprising that someone would do this, because maybe you thought they were your friend, or you thought that they were a good person. Others of you, you're going to know who it is and just kind of quash the disruption. But I do think it's going to kind of piss you off. It's going to be like, hey, you know what? Things are going good for me, and I'm not going to let you ruin it. So quash. I'm not going to have it. Let's see if anything else is coming through here, Virgo. Yeah, whoever's like the secret agent, or yeah, being one way to your face and then, you know, being two-faced and then talking to, you know, saying other things behind your back, you're going to find out who it is. And like I said, intuitively, I think many of you are just going to feel who it is. And then you're going to set things right and be like, you know, how dare you mess up things are finally starting to go good for me, and here's somebody who's got to, you know, trying to mess it up. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it, Virgo. Just laugh if you can, because good things are coming down for you in November. I think November is just the start. I think that December, and then as we get into next year especially, things are going to be on the upswing for you, particularly financially. It looks like you're coming out of this hard phase. If things have been difficult, whether you've had to do it to yourself just to pay something off or handle some debt or whatever, I do feel like you're going to get that well under control starting in November, many of you.